wonder, not perfection. How by letting go of trying to be perfect and trying to do it all, you can actually create more wonder and more joy and just more loveliness for you and for your family. So today it's day 4 already of our 10 calm minutes a day, our calm Christmas challenge. I'm Elisabeth from the Joyful Garden, and we're here to create joy. We're here to create wonder this Christmas season. So I'm here every day, 8:10, from the 24th of the 11th until the 24th of the 12th. And you'll be able to find all these videos recorded on my YouTube channel and on my blog, joyfulgarden.co.uk, but I will link it below, or you can comment and I can send you the links if you're interested. So, letting go of perfection. Now, I know this is a tough one. I know this is a tough one for all of us. We really want to create these amazing experiences for our children. Of course we do. And it's such a meaningful thing. You know, we're all such devoted mothers, devoted parents, and we're so passionate to make our children's lives really, really perfect. But I think a lot gets lost when we aim for perfection. And actually, what about if instead of aiming for perfection, we aim for wonder, we aim for magic, we aim for joy? Because it just changes the focus ever so slightly, and it takes the pressure off you to have to, make everything perfect. When my daughter was, so it was my daughter's birthday just a few days ago, and we had a big party for her. Well, I say big, we had 8 kids. But I used to, when my daughter was younger, I used to work really, really hard. I mean, I still do, but I tried to create these perfect birthdays for her. And inevitably, she would cry at some point during her birthday party, and I would be really sad, and I would think, oh, I've somehow failed because she's sad on her birthday. But through the years, I've realized it's normal. They have such big emotions, there's so much going on, and actually they need a release for all of that. So the sadness is just part of it. And it took me a really long time, though, to realize that. And it took me a really long time to realize that I didn't have to do everything. And actually, sometimes by doing less, you can create more joy. So what I realized over the years in letting go of trying to create these perfect birthdays for her is I used to bake a cake. I used to feel like I had to bake a cake because all the mums around here bake the most amazing birthday cakes for their kids. So I kind of jumped on that train and I was baking all these cakes. But then I realized I don't love baking. It just doesn't bring me joy. Some of you love baking, and that's amazing. And obviously, hold on to that and continue that joyful thing for you. But baking doesn't bring me joy. Baking makes me feel overwhelmed and stressed, especially around birthday time. Baking other times of year, lovely. Baking in the run up to my kids' birthdays, no. I've got too much to do, too much stuff that I have to do, but the baking I can outsource. Now you might think, oh, she went and bought a really pretty fancy cake. No. Went to my local supermarket and I just bought a chocolate sheet cake. The cheapest cake you can find. And I just bought one of those. And the joy comes when I serve this cake at the birthday party. Because what I do is I give the kids loads of sprinkles. I mean, just ridiculous amounts of sprinkles. And I put them in the little cupcake cases and I just dot them all around the table. And I let the kids put on as many of these sprinkles as they want. And I buy loads of sprinkles, so there's no shortage. And the look on their face every single birthday party I've done this for, every time when I say, add as many sprinkles as you want, they all look at me. First of all, they look at me like I'm crazy. And then they're like, wait, is she serious? And then the smiles on their faces are just so sweet. And obviously they go crazy. They add ridiculous amounts of sprinkles to, that's my son waving to me, ridiculous amount of sprinkles to their cake. Ridiculous. But they love it and it brings them joy. Now, would a beautifully decorated and baked cake that I've stressed over and probably cried over and, brought myself to the brink of losing my mind over, would it have made them smile in the same way? I don't think so, because it just lost my train of thought. It doesn't matter. But the point is that baking a cake didn't bring me joy. So it went off of my to-do list, and it made space for things that do bring me joy. That's my son, just waving to me. So in the name of finding things that bring you joy and letting go of the things that don't, I made this, the 10 Calm Minutes, a Calm Christmas Handbook. It's totally free. I'll send you the link if you comment a little Christmas tree underneath, or you can find it on my website, joyfulgarden.co.uk/joyful Christmas. And it's got all sorts of, bits of inspiration for you. And I will kind of dive into it a little bit more fully tomorrow, especially the section about setting your priorities. But there's a section in it. The first section is called It All Starts With You. It does a little bit about, where you are now and where you will be once you've read this, the things you'll let go of, the things you'll incorporate into your life. And then this is the first proper section called It All Starts With You. Because I really believe that. I think as a mom, you set the tone for your family, and your children look to you. You're their safe space. So if you're stressed and overwhelmed and not kind of available to them, it's never going to be a perfect Christmas if you're stressed, because your children will pick up on it, and then they'll get stressed. They might even, if they're young, they'll get freaked out. And so if you're able to really focus on you and focusing on, reducing your to-do list. I know you can't only have things on your to-do list that bring you joy, but try and get rid of as much stuff as possible that doesn't. For example, the other thing I've stopped doing is I've stopped cooking all the Christmas meal from scratch, because I love cooking, I love eating nice food, but that doesn't bring me joy. So I go to a supermarket and I buy a few of the side dishes. I love red cabbage. I grew up in Germany. Red cabbage is a big thing there. Love red cabbage. But I just buy it. I buy it ready-made. I buy the stuffing ready-made. I buy, all the little things that you can get. You don't have to make it all. You don't have to do it all yourself. The other thing that I realized didn't bring me joy is buying presents for all the adults in the family. It just doesn't. And so I stopped. Obviously, I had a conversation with them and kind of told them why. But most of them agreed. Most of them don't enjoy buying presents either. So of course we buy presents for the kids. But, there's so many things you can let go of and just make more space for wonder and joy. So this section has some prompts. It has some questions. It also has a bit about why you matter and why you should start with you. You should. I did say I banned that word, but there we are. Here. So here's some questions that kind of prompt you in this journey. So, for example, what things give you energy, make you feel happy, make you feel appreciated? It's got a little space for you to write those down. And once you've written them down, it kind of gives you a bit more clarity about how to maybe incorporate those into your time. And also, last Christmas, did you enjoy yourself, or were you stressed trying to do everything? If you did less this year, how would that impact how you feel, your stress levels, and your ability to look after yourself? So it's got a few different questions. It's got a little daily checklist to help you look after you. A little section on takeaways. And then the bit that we're going to dive into tomorrow, I'm going to cough. My cough has just not quite gone away. Your priorities. And I have a whole section, because you might think, oh great, Elisabeth, lovely, you're telling me I shouldn't do all these things. But really, how am I going to trim down my to-do list to create more space for joy and for wonder? And I think letting go of trying to be perfect is the first step. But this, the next bit actually has some really practical things you can do, including a wheel of Christmas, all about the different aspects of Christmas and how kind of prioritizing them for yourself makes you realize where there might be space to cut and where there might be space to kind of lean into more. But as I say, I'll tell you more about the wheel of Christmas tomorrow. And if you are interested, this is a 27-page free workbook available on my website, or you can just comment a little Christmas tree and I will send you the link. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I hope you have a wonder-filled day. Bye.